Today, I would like to share my personal struggle with how to not only become creative, but also keep up with being creative. You need to know one thing about me. I thought my whole life that I'm not creative at all. My parents told me we are not a creative family, we are not talented, we are not musicians, and this was all not true. Actually, both my mom and my dad are super creative. They didn't live their creativity and they pass it on to me. But the big struggle is that in order to be creative, you also need structure and you also need to allow for flow, because if you don't have that, you just get lost in the vastness of possibilities and you always need to make the next decision, what it is I'm gonna do, what it is I'm gonna draw, what it is I'm gonna talk about, what it is actually I'm gonna do with my time. And this is the place I am at right now. I'm 30 years old and I never really figured out what I like doing and how I like to spend my time and how I like to be creative, because I have been depressed most of my life and I have been struggling with anxiety, with dissociation, that for the first time in my life I feel like, okay, I have the emotional capacity, the physical capacity, the cognitive capacity to actually do those things I love and to figure out what am I good at and what I do like doing, and especially being creative. But how do I want to be creative? This is the big question which I am right now asking myself. This is my own self-development project. You cannot stick your whole life with healing and trauma and depression, and this is important to deal with if you're suffering with those things. Of course, but at one point you say to yourself, okay, so let's live life. How do I actually want to live life? What it is actually I dream about? And if you didn't have the possibility as a child, because you were stuck in survival, you were stuck in, I just want to leave, I just want to go, I just want that to end. You don't have the capacities to look further, to look into the future and imagine a good life for you, a life where you can thrive. So this is where I am right now, and I know one thing about my future life, that I want to be creative as fuck. I want to live my full expression. I want to be so creative. Drawing, painting, dancing, speaking, dressing, makeup, how I move, how I talk, how I dress. All those things are for me creative expression. Right? I want to work a job where I can be creative 24/7. I don't want to spend so much time with unnecessary things, with things I don't actually enjoy doing, because what's the point of life if you cannot express yourself fully, if you cannot show into the world what is actually inside of you? And honestly, I do truly think that my inner life is so rich, that I'm so special, that I'm so different, that if I don't put it out into the world, not only am I missing out, but the other people are missing out, because I have so much to give, so much compassion, so much passion, so much wisdom, so much creative expression. Where do I channel this? Where do I put it out into the world? This is so hard for me to figure out. There's so many possibilities, and I need to create a structure for myself where I can channel this passion, this creative expression. But at the same time, I need to allow myself the freedom to experiment, to play, to be free in a way where I'm not deciding with my mind that this is what I'm supposed to do, or this is how content is supposed to look like, or this is how you get attention, or this is what you need to learn to draw white. Right? It's hard. It's hard to figure out those things, to adapt this to your uniqueness, because this is what I wanna also convey in those videos, is that the only path to happiness, also to come out of this shithole you might be in, is to embrace your uniqueness, is to embrace the current state you are in right now. Not judging yourself, not blaming yourself, accepting yourself, being compassionate, having an outlook for the future, but also accepting what is right now. I see my future bright. I see my creative expression. I see the artist in me. I see so much joy, so much fun, so much laughter. And still, right now, I still struggle. I still don't have the things I actually do deserve, now that I finally know that I deserve those. If you are interested in where this journey is going and you also want to get inspired to do your own thing, to embrace your uniqueness, to be truly who you came here to be, like this video, leave a follow, leave a comment, I'm gonna reply, let's have a conversation, let's get to know each other and see you in the next one.